a chance. He gave them warnings. Gordon didn't listen. Then they went 2-0 up, and then Liverpool was retreated, started making mistakes. They were happy with that 2-0. I don't think, they missed McAllister. And then when Newcastle got it to 2-2 in the 87th minute, a lot of the Newcastle fans, the referee gave Liverpool 11 minutes. No. That 11 minutes should have benefited you guys because you're in the ascendancy. Liverpool creaking. Liverpool were basically on their goal line. Had you put in probably more accurate crosses, better passes, you could have seen that game off. No one on that pitch would complain. Newcastle saw it off, but they didn't. They went to sleep. Liverpool nicked it. But guess what? That's what champions do. Because guess what? We did that in 89 and 90 when we were 91. We won titles. We did it a lot during the Wenger years. That's what it is. Yes, the ability to play well and not win. That's what champions always do. And that's one of the reasons why Arsenal fans can be optimistic. They can say that Konate's not playing well and that he's a weak link and that they're not weak. But we still have to play well at Anfield. We still have to beat them. Let's not forget, all we did on Saturdays, we laid down a marker, which we should have done by smashing Leeds. But Leeds are champ. We know deep down in our hearts, Leeds are relegation fodder. They are championship class. Not at best, they're just championship class. And we did what we had to. Forget what happened at Leeds. Forget about Man United. The fact that we nearly committed suicide there, but Man United just weren't good enough. And their manager is just a saboteur of everything good that they do. This Liverpool side is going to get McAllister back. It's going to get Gravenberch in that midfield. Get Slobosai. And he may go for Conor Bradley. But he may go. The only reason why he plays Slobosai is because of the pace. He anticipated the pace of Newcastle. He thought Alanga was going to play on the left-hand side. That's where he plays Slobosai. He may Slobosai because he may think that Martinelli is going to play down there. So it'd be pace for pace because Slobosai's got a lot of pace. That's the only reason why Slobosai played there. But if they played a full midfield, Salah wasn't his best, but he's at Anfield. He's always his best at Anfield. We just don't know. We've got to go there in our heads and just go there with a professional attitude and expect to be under the cosh, but be able to deal with it. But if you ask me now, what would be the best result for Arsenal? Avoiding defeat.
Yeah. I don't think Eze will start though. I don't think he'll start him. I just can't see him in a game like that. And I think Odegaard's fine, by the way. I think he'll start. But I even think even if Odegaard wasn't 100% and he benched him, I think he'd play Marino. I just think because it's Liverpool away, he'll want Martinelli out the left to track back. He'll want Madueke out the right to track back. He'll want the three guys in midfield, the Odegaard, because they know the system. And Eze doesn't know his defensive system. He'd probably see that he's a bit of a, he might try something silly and give the ball away, or he might try and beat a player. Just because of the manager, because of how I know him, I just don't see him starting Eze. I think Eze might get a start against Forest out the left, all right, in the game. But at Anfield, I know this manager, how cautious he is, and he has them all drilled and how to defend and get into that 4-4-2 and do the two lines of four. I don't see him risking Eze for it.
I think you're going to see a very similar. I think you're going to see a very similar tactic to what we see at the City at Man City when we played Man City away. That's the sort of approach this manager's going to have. He won't go. He ain't going to go all out attacking. He'll have a similar approach of what he did against Man City. When the way we were set up before, like Trossard got the red card when he booted the ball away. And then obviously we was forced to defend anyway. But I think he's going to go to very similar tactics of how he set up there against Man City. I'm with Kenny. I think Eze should start. I don't think Odegaard is fully fit, and B, Odegaard's fallen off of a cliff. I don't think you can have a 5 out of 10 performance against Liverpool. I think Eze would be more leaf ball as a 10 than Odegaard. But there are reasons thinking about it when you said it last night as well on Aaron's stream as well, Shane. The more I think about it, Marino coming in, the more I believe that could be a way he might go for that game on Sunday because he's going to play very, very, very cautious. And for him, walking away from there with a point after taking 6 points in the first 2 games would be a little mini victory for him. Because the pressure, I've said this before, all eyes will be looking at him Sunday. I don't think it's about the players. I think it's all eyes are going to be on him Sunday. This is his first big test of the football season.
Yeah,
they all know he's under pressure. They all know he's spent, amazing amounts of money. He's built his squad now, so this is the first real big test for Mikel to go and get some sort of result. And I think he'll go into that by hook or by crook, not wanting to lose. His first thought won't be, how can I win this game? It'll be, how do I not lose it?
Yep.
And I think that might be his downfall if he goes too defensive. Because we do have problems on that left-sided. That could be a bit of a problem. So we'll have to wait and see. I would play Eze. It makes sense to play Martinelli because he will track back, and I think you're going to need that on Salah, to be honest. So, so we'll have to wait and see.
Do you reckon that Slot will switch Van Dijk and Kanate around, so Van Dijk's on the right to cover the Gyökeres runs? I can see him switching them. He always plays Van Dijk on the left of the centre-back, so I wouldn't be surprised if he switched it to the right, because Kanate's been a bit shaky, and Gyökeres likes to cut in from the left. I can see him switching them.
But the problem is, I think Gyökeres is going to be a bit isolated. I think you'll see similar Gyökeres as what you saw at Old Trafford. That's my worry. I think if he doesn't set out to take the game to Liverpool, Gyökeres is going to become very isolated, and someone like Van Dijk, with all his experience, will just put him in his pocket. Mm-hmm. I mean, Gyökeres really up against De Ligt at Old Trafford.
He was relatively isolated against Leeds, DJB, to be fair to him.
He was relatively isolated against Leeds as well. So we haven't found a way really to get him on the ball enough. That goal that he scored, he made himself. But up until then, I don't know what Kenny thinks, but where I was watching it from, he hardly touched the ball. He looked very isolated.
No, I think with Gyökeres as well is that we kind of bought Gyökeres, for a guarantee and a hope. The guarantee is that when you play teams like Leeds, and I say it respectfully, teams that are probably not good enough to be in this league, and you really, really want to bump up your goal difference, you saw in the Superliga, in Premier League, or in Portugal, that he smashes those teams to smithereens.
Yeah.
It's excellent. So that's a guarantee we've got him for. Goal difference probably is going to play a lot, because Liverpool, they're trying to get Isak. They've got Ekitike. He's scoring goals. Vert has some very remarkably quiet games, but you never know what he's going to do. Salah, we know Salah's he's an Anfield player, and he occasionally turns up away, so he's going to score goals. But what we praying for is that these sort of tight games, that's another thing we bought him for. So we got the guarantee and the hope. But I do think that if he does play at Anfield, believe it or not, and it's probably perverse, Kanate probably would relish the physical battle, because Gyökeres was given physical battle. We have to see that he loves all that. Look what he did to Martinelli. Killed Martinelli's confidence. If any player has killed Martinelli and made him probably, how to say it, a spent fool. So it was Kanate who took the bricks out of the basically flat. Probably brick by brick, he destroyed his confidence. He's the first person to do it because he matched him pace for pace. But look what Kanate did to Granit Xhaka 2 years ago at Anfield. It was Kanate scoring at Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka thinking, ooh, and then Liverpool got control of that game. So you never know. He may relish going against Gyökeres and the physical battle. It was against when he was playing in terms of like a lone forward, and everything was not going on his side, but the counter attack's going on his side. That's where he wasn't playing his best football, where the players weren't getting tight on him. But when you get tight on Kanate, that's going to be a battle, key battle.
Yeah, that's that. There's a couple of questions here that going back in time for the old school boys. Shane, DJB, and Kenny Ken. I'll go with this one. Let's go with this one. How good was Colin Bell? Anybody remember him?
I do remember
Fantastic.
Colin Bell. Yeah, good player. Very intelligent player.
Great player. Yeah, I remember him back in the 70s.
He had a great first touch.
Yeah,
his first touch was really elite.
Was he part of that great City side? You know, the side of like the late 60s?
Okay.
Really elite.
And 80s, they had Franny Lee, Mike Summerby,
Franny Lee.
Yeah.
Mike Summerby.
Mick Doyle, that sort of those
Mickey
sort of
Doyle,
players. Mick Doyle, those sort of players. Tony Book. Yeah, those are the kind of players that.
Tony Brook. Jeez, yeah, I remember. Yeah, what player?
Tony Book's captain. Yeah, it's a good little side there. Do you know what I mean? And they had like local Mancunians as well in that team as well. Glenn Pardo was in that side, although he's.
Do you remember the shirt, Kenny? Do you remember the shirt? Light blue with that stripe, and it was a stripe down the. I can't remember what side it was, left or right. It's a light blue shirt. It's like a light
maroon,
like what Shane's wearing tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
ring net, and it had that stripe down. Classic shirt that was. I remember that as a kid.
You know the thing with Colin Bell? I think when all these players kind of left, retired or got old, obviously, which players do, that's when Man City went in decline because they finished second in 1977 in the league, and after that it was decline. It was just it was like a slow decline. Remember they spent millions of pounds on players like remember Kevin Reeves spent from Norwich, and they bought Steve Daly, I think from Wolves, broke the record, didn't they? And they bought Cho Francis, and then they started to get relegated, isn't it? Relegation, come up, relegation.
I went down to Division 3. Do you remember they went down from?
Yeah, that's it.
Colin Bell was a top player. I mean, he scored he was well over 500 appearances for City, and I think he scored over. I think he scored. I might be wrong. I'm sure he scored over 150 goals from a midfield player. I mean, that's like that was like the modern day equivalent of Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard,
Do you know
what I mean? He was some player. He was some player, Colin Bell. Yeah. 100%.
Well, good England player. It's another one, another good one here. Right.
Yeah, Kawaja, he can't handle pressure, but he's going to have to, Kawaja, because this season, if he doesn't win, the lights, the police lights are going to illuminate on him, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, he'll go down quicker than a Christmas tree.
01 Zinhino were Nottingham Forest really good back in.
Oh, bloody
fantastic. Win a league and then win two European Cups in a row.
It'll never be done. It'll never be done again. Never be done again.
That was a team, man.
They did it in style.
Malmo, and then back-to-back European Cups. Malmo, then Hamburg.
And League Cups. Let's not forget the League Cups as well.
League Cups, yeah.
They won the league. Remember they won the League Cup in beat Liverpool in a very controversial Old Trafford penalty. Yeah. And the next season they beat Southampton. And they actually got to the final in 1980 and lost due to a mix-up between Needham and Shilton, and Andy Gray won it for Wolves. So for that period, it wasn't just Europe. They won Europe. They dominated. It was the League Cup that dominated. They was pretty much the league.
Brian Clough, right? Brian Clough, Peter Taylor, right? What a combo they were as management.
Yeah.
He never won an FA Cup.
No.
Yeah. That hurt him.
Shearer, wasn't it? Shearer never won an FA Cup. I mean, that Forest team, again, it was similar to George Graham's sort of 89 team. It wasn't really blessed with what you would call... I mean, they're great players now because of what they achieved. But at the time when they were signed, they weren't like, whoa, God, well, this player here, look who Nottingham Forest have just gone and bought.
Yeah, they were greater than the sum of the parts.
Very similar to the George Graham 89 season and what we've done with that team.
You didn't bring players from Derby. He brought 3 players from Derby County, the one that won the league was with him. The league.
He had Robertson on the wing, didn't he? That Johnny Robertson.
These three was going nowhere. His career was going nowhere before Cloughie got there.
It was incredible what he done for that player
as well.
Yeah,
such a shame to see him go down in his last season as well.
Some of them players, what he used to, how he got the best out of those players, well, what he done for them players was just incredible.
He's a motivator.
No other manager would ever do that again.
Nah, not at all.
He was incredible manager.
Brian Clough and Peter Taylor, they were just a complete one-off, weren't they? You know what they achieved is
Kenny Burns, Kenny Burns. What he turned Kenny Burns into.
He was a forward, wasn't he?
Played him as centre half, didn't he?
Yeah, he played him as centre half. He got the last bit of
ragtags.
Career. That's right.
That's a brilliant shirt he's wearing there, Shane. Look.
That's a
shirt. That one. What a shirt.
No, Forest back in the day, you think about Forest, they had a little rivalry with Liverpool because Liverpool had their noses put out of joint, didn't it? Because not only did Forest take the league title of them, they took their precious European Cups of them as well.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool won the first one European Cups in 77 and 78. The Forest won it in 79 and 1980. And in the first round, knockout stages in 78, 79.
They played Liverpool, didn't they?
Liverpool.
That's Mr. Pads. That's a question, isn't it? I've watched the film on this, but
I have.
It was quite evident that Brian Clough, after Don Revie, right? It was Don Revie, wasn't it? Don Revie?
Yeah.
Don Revie. That he basically went in there. He upset the apple cart, didn't he? That was Brian Clough's way. He just like.
Do you remember the line he came out with? You can bin all your medals and all your trophies that you've ever won and put them in the bin because you only ever won them by bloody.
Yeah, that's a great accent, actually.
That's a brilliant impression, actually, DJ.
That's very good.
He was one of my heroes, Brian Clough. I absolutely adored him.
I used to love him.
If he was England manager,
he wouldn't have it. Can you imagine Brian Clough? Can you imagine Brian Clough coming out with criticism against Arteta? Can you imagine it?
Brian Clough
would absolutely kill him, wouldn't he? I mean, the thing is, right, with Brian Clough, he was no nonsense. He was never going to get the England job. He was too awkward to handle. He says it what it was.
He wouldn't last in today's football. He wouldn't last in today's football because
no.
So many players are precious. I mean, the minute you stopped, the minute the apprentices stopped cleaning the boots and stopped doing the chores around the dressing room, Brian Clough became redundant. Do you remember there was a time?
But Leeds players definitely down tools.
Yeah. Do you remember the story about him and Darren Wassell when he said he had something wrong with his hand?
Yeah.
And Brian Clough spat in it. He said, "Yeah, it should be better now." And that didn't go down too well. Or when he used to punch people in the stomach if they made a mistake, like Roy Keane.
He put Roy Keane on his back on the team bus, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, what he said to Stuart Pearce when he first got his England call up, didn't he?
Yeah.
He said, "You ain't going to change nothing yet, young man."
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, right, Leeds did down tools. They was never going to take to Clough's style of play, and they got away with too much.
They never recovered afterwards. After they got to final in that year in the little the Champions League. After that, it was nowhere. Leeds were just nowhere.
No.
And they got relegated 7 years later.
Yeah.
After he left.
Archie Gemmell's goal, I remember it well, 78.
Archie Gemmell.
Where he dribbled through for Scotland, where he dribbled through and
Henry Little Wayne. I call Archie Wayne.
You remember the Strachan goal where he made out he was going to jump the thing, but he realised he was too small and he just cocked his leg up.
Oh, that was it was against Germany. In Germany, that's right.
Yeah. He was some player and all, wasn't he, Gordon Strachan?
Oh, what a player.
There was back in the day, you had some rock. The thing is,
we tried to sign David Dean tried to sign him apparently from Aberdeen.
Yeah, we did sign him. Yeah,
he was trying to get Alex Ferguson in as well. He touted Alex Ferguson before George Graham.
He was linked to Arsenal heavily, wasn't he, Gordon Strachan?
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up, boys.
Brilliant.
Sorry,
excellent.
In the comments. Shane, my friend.
Scotland.
What you got coming up, my friend?
Yeah, no, big up for having me on. As always, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love looking back on football back in the day. Big up to the chat as well. Make sure you're slapping the likes and subbing to everybody on the panel. I'll be back tomorrow morning for the full Irish as always, and then I have something else tomorrow that I can't remember, but I'll put a post out about it. And then of course I'll have the Bruised Banana Thursday night panel show. It's all set up, I think, so make sure that you hit the notifications for that. But main thing, of course, 10:30 tomorrow morning, the full Irish. Hit the notifications so you don't miss it, and I'll see you all in the morning. Big up to everybody.
Shane, thank you for the 2 hours and all that. Well, it's been more than 2 hours, isn't it, mate? But you're sick and tired of me now, mate. But big up to Shane. Thank you.
And as for you, DJB,
yeah, I've got. I'm on with Dan. I'm on with Dan later on at 10, and probably Kenny is as well. Dan at 10 o'clock, roundabout. So I don't know who's going on there. I'm a little bit dreading it this week, to be honest. I don't know if I can hold myself together, but I will go on there. And then I've got. I'm doing a midweek mingle. It's called the midweek mingle. Me and Nomsky tomorrow.
All right.
I'm going to try and get along to yours on Thursday, Jez, but I'm normally quite busy on a Thursday with my son and stuff, so I will try though, my friend, 100%. And that's it. And then the weekend, I'm just going to take some time out, and I'm going to go on obviously Arsenal Liverpool, and then I'll be back for my Sunday sit back session, which is a late one on a Sunday, and then I'll run some live streams next week. Get yourself on, Jez and Kenny Ken, and we'll do some chatting about Arsenal and Shane and that. And then the retro show on Tuesday, which is always good. Oh, I think we've got DG as well, isn't it? Deluded tomorrow. I keep forgetting about that one. Deluded tomorrow as well. So, yeah, all good, man. Thank you for the chat as well. Make sure you sub to everyone. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it.
Just going to say that. Make sure you go and sub to these great channels, people. They put great content out. You know, they work well. They're nuts off to give you entertainment, and it's all free. That's the thing. So smash your bloody likes and go and bloody subscribe. Kenny Ken, my friend, where can we find you? Oh, I know I say this every time, but we've got to find you on Instagram.
Kenny Ken 1972. I'm going to do something with Dan later. DG. I'm going to try and come on the show, but I've got a call at it's on Thursday, and then the weekend's just going to be just enjoying the rains of this hot weather, and obviously looking forward to the Liverpool Arsenal game. You know, it's a massive, massive game. You know, I'm going to see it for it is a night Liverpool Arsenal game. I'm sure there's going to be content creators who are going to make out as though it's some sort of rivalry. Rivalry's only built if you take trophies of each other.
Absolutely.
Big up, people. Big up. Council of Accounts says, when is the next quiz? It's going to be during the international break. The Ball Fest, that is the Ball Fest, basically. I've got the quiz. It's all written up. It's all about Arsenal. And I will tell you, Kenny, Shane, DJB, if you want to join, there's some absolute shitbag questions in there. I wouldn't have a clue myself. I wouldn't. Honestly, I'm not lying. I wouldn't have a fucking.
Well, what chances have we got then, Jez, if you don't know?
Well, mate, I don't know everything. But
he's a quiz master, isn't he?
Oh, no. The thing is, right, just because I don't know it, don't mean you don't know it. Because you go, that's an easy one. You know, what are you talking about, Jez? That's a piece of piss question. But I'm going to do that in the international break. And I've got to get old. The one person who never answers his bloody Instagram is fucking Kyle. Nightmare, man. Shane, kick him up the arse because
I can send you. I have his WhatsApp if you want his number. I can send you his number.
Kick him up the arse and say answer his bloody Instagram. I invite him. Right, they will come back a day later. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Oh, fuck off, man.
Hey, Chase, I'm going to have to pop. The shopping deliveries arrived, so I think it's a heavy duty work. So I'll see you guys soon.
Kenny, see you, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Right, that's it.
The old guard, Johnny D again.
Tomorrow night, I'm on with young Aaron on his stream. Then Thursday night, 7 o'clock. You gentlemen, well, DJ, if you can't make it, don't worry, it's not a problem. I'm on. Got Lee, Kenny, Shane's on, and Matty. So that's 7 o'clock on Thursday night. So that'd be a showing off.
Yeah.
And everybody, thanks for watching. Go and support and subscribe to these great people: Shane Gooner, DJ B, the absolute real ones. They put the content out. Please give them the support they deserve. Yeah, smash it up for these people. And we're out of here, gentlemen. Take care.
Yeah, big up, Jez. Thank you very much.
Take care.